Congratulations, you are the winner. I'm Batman.
Hello? Hello, hello? Hello, hello, hello? Hello, how are we? Well done, Lily, on grabbing first. Hopefully you are good. Banshee, how are you? Glad to see that everything worked and it pulled the correct profile picture across for you tonight. I'm looking slightly green around the gills there, but good, good, good. How are we? Have we had a good Friday? Friday's been fairly chill for me. Surprise. I'm here on a Friday. I did say last night I might be able to swing a stream tonight, and I think the game was so good last night that I was desperate to get back to it and see where we get to. Hopefully we'll get to the end of it tonight. Don't know whether we'll get started on the DLC, but we'll certainly should get to the end of the main game tonight, which is going to be great. It was very, very, very enjoyable last night. Really enjoyed it. Really, really good. Yeah, pretty chill also. Good, good, good. Plans for the weekend then? Lily, what you up to? Banshee, what you up to? Are you just chilling, Banshee? Getting ready for the big weekend? For the big birthday weekend? Did you order your shoes? Hopefully that's all underway. And yeah, I haven't got a huge amount on this weekend. Get my hair cut tomorrow, doing the shopping, getting that sorted out, and then hopefully I will get into a bit more demo. I'm kind of running out. Bizarre to say, I'm kind of running out of demos. I'm going to need to do a bit of a trawl through Steam and see if I can find some decent demos that I can get together, so that I can do more on the old Death Does demos. Indeed. Wait. Now, again, new one up today. I love the look of this game. The game that I put up today, The Road of Dust and Sorrow, looks fantastic. I can't wait to play the full thing. It's up there with one of my most anticipated games of the next few months, along with Silver Pines. Silver Pines is another game that I'm really, really looking forward to, which is a bit weird because I'm not 100% sold on survival horror normally. But I was about to say, I've got nothing planned. Then I remember my local pub is doing their festival day for charity, so I'll be taking along for some of that in the afternoon. There's more and more and more pubs are doing this kind of thing. It's kind of strange in a way, but I mean, it's a good on them in terms of branding it as a festival and making it an event. When I was speaking with my parents a couple of weeks ago, they said that my dad said, or the local sort of restaurant, which has got a pub attached to it and a bit of ground, said they were doing a music festival for the weekend, so from Friday through to sort of Monday. Um, and there was a guy ex of Iron Maiden who was playing there, and I was like, I've never heard that guy's name. It turns out he spent 9 months in the band in about 1979. Which I suppose he's not actually lying, but that was a long time ago. And for him to still be kind of riding the coattails of being a guitarist for 9 months in Iron Maiden in 1979 is an absolute affront in one respect, but funny nonetheless. And even more so that they were actually promoting the festival by saying that this guy was ex of Iron Maiden. So that was that made me kind of giggle a little bit. But yeah, because I was like, I have never heard that. I knew Maiden had gone through a number of drummers in the early stages, as most metal bands do for some bizarre reason. But I'd never heard this guy's name brought up in dispatches. Yes, shoes have already been dispatched. Good stuff. Well, at least you'll have them for your birthday and Paris. Yeah. So my plan tomorrow, my partner is away tomorrow night. Well, probably late afternoon and tomorrow night. So I don't think I'll stream tomorrow night. I want to try and get a couple of demos in the at least played, and I can edit them through the course of the week. But I am also going to try and do some reading. So the idea that I was discussing last night with everybody in terms of maybe doing some sleep content, I want to get maybe the first, if I can get, I don't know, if I can get an hour or two's worth of reading done, then I can edit that down as well at some point and get that sorted out, because I'm quite sure I am not going to be able to read for 20 minutes, half an hour at a time and be absolutely perfect on it. So I'm going to look at some public domain lists pulled together. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, so if I can get that done, that'll be good. I'll be able to, as I say, I'll be able to at least record it, and then I'll be able to edit that down. I don't think it should be a hugely difficult case of things to do. It's just the thing with the editing is it's the same as when you're doing a video as well. You have to watch it back, and it just gets a bit boring. And I think I'll be able to sort of do, yes, this is take 2, take 3. I remember a long time ago, quite early on, when I just got to know Kay, she was having real trouble sleeping, and she'd asked a number of people who she was close to if they would read a story for her, and she would have them on a sort of playlist that she could listen to when she was trying to get to sleep. And yeah, I seem to do that okay. I think I only had to make 1 or 2 edits to that. So I think the whole point of it is, even if you don't really know the hello Sky. Oh, that's worked again twice in a row. I love it. I love it. How are you, Sky? It's got a wee knob on it. Are you working? Finished work? About to start work? Are you free for the weekend? Any plans for the weekend? 1001 questions. Yeah, I kind of went through it without too much problem. I think that it's at pace that's the thing that you need to watch most. If you try and speak too quickly, then you end up tripping over the words. So it's taking your time and getting ahead, being able to read ahead of the text, so your brain actually understands what it's about to say. So yeah, hopefully we'll be okay with that. But I'm quite looking forward to it as an experiment. I might even do a shorter. I know the whole point of having the sleep thing is to I be good, thank you, nomming on some pasta. Nice. Yeah, I'm absolutely brilliant. I've had a fairly chill day at work. The weekend approacheth. I've got a week probably to go, and then I'm going to be on holiday the week after that. So just a week to go, and I can properly relax. But I'm hoping to really. My partner's away for the first part of the week. I think she's away Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and back on Thursday late afternoon. So I am hoping to get thoroughly into a bit of content creation at that point, whether it be short form, long form, demos, no commentary. I don't think it'll mean that it'll be additional streams. I want to kind of do other stuff. But yeah, I'm quite looking forward to doing this sleep stuff. I think it sounds pretty interesting. And in a way, I kind of want to see how I get into the field of it, because the number of people, the number of views that people get on these videos is incredible. As I said last night, it's kind of mad. So it would be interesting to see if that sort of took off in any shape, manner, or form. Because I've never really promoted the Death Does Demos stuff. Thank you, Sky. 16 whole months in a row.
Skyashi has made another deposit on new cyberware. They've been saving for 16 months. Totally not a scam. Older to right, older to fine, older to left.
Yes. It is totally not a scam. So yes, I'm looking forward to doing it and just seeing how we get on. I've got a bit of a creative mindset at the moment, I have to say. I'm feeling the need to do lots and lots of creative things round about streaming and content. So it's probably come at the right time that I'm going to have a number of days where I can just sit and concentrate and do stuff. I'm quite keen to experiment with different stuff, whether it's short form, whether it's the no commentary stuff, which, as I was saying, is I've done absolutely no promotion of that. And the videos seem to be doing reasonably well on their own, to be fair. People are finding them. I'm not talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds or thousands of views, but they're doing okay in comparison to what I would normally get. And it's picking up a number of people along the way. Although I did notice this week that I'd kind of suffered the same thing that I have suffered from in the past, probably with Twitch, as I'm now going through with YouTube, because I think I got up to about 107 subscribers there, and I've now dropped back to 105. Probably because I am not posting regularly there. It tends to be a bit of an afterthought that I do the whole YouTube thing. Certainly from a short form content. And I think that's what's been. Hello, Kerry. How are you? Lovely to see you in. Hopefully, you've had a decent week and a good Friday. And your shopping has arrived and is all there. So you've got your snacks ready for action. Yes. So yeah, I want to do a bit of that and just see what it is. I don't think had a busy week, planted a hedge and all sorts. Shopping is here and all good. Fantastic. My God, imagine planting a hedge. Yeah, as I say, I'm quite looking forward to doing just a different stuff and getting things. I don't think I would stream streaming on YouTube's a weird thing. YouTube chats are just absolutely heinous, horrible places. I watch Nat when she's streaming, and everybody on Twitch, she's got like 200 people on Twitch, and every now and again somebody slightly steps out of line and says something stupid, and that's great in terms of she tends to let people hang themselves. She gives them enough rope to basically either understand they may have made a mistake, or it just kind of leads them on a little bit to the point where bang, that's it. But YouTube is just horrific. Literally every third person on that is just mental. Some of the comments, and you think, how can it be so different to be going live on two different platforms, and one which is relatively stable and one which is just totally unhinged? I don't quite understand it. Maybe it's just the fact that YouTube's not really a platform for live work, and people think that they'll get away with more over there. But it's mad, some of the comments that she gets over there. Just, I mean, one guy today was just not taking no for an answer, and he just kept going. And the mods were being super relaxed about it and trying to lead the guy by the hand to understand that what he was doing was never going to get anywhere, wasn't going to gain any traction, and that maybe he just should keep quiet, or at least pipe down in the background and just enjoy what was going on. But my God, this guy, to the point where she eventually, after about 20 minutes, just lost patience and said, right, you're just not listening. Goodbye. Whereas I would be far more, okay, you're an idiot, bang, away you go, thank you very much. I don't have time of day to mess around with you. But yeah, I have to say, I went through a period where I probably streamed on YouTube for about 3 or 4 weeks, dual streamed. I didn't really enjoy the experience. I found it, I even in that limited time, I found it quite stressful. Not actually looking at two different chats, but just the difference in attitude and engagement between the two was just kind of weird. And I didn't really enjoy the YouTube experience. So I think I'll keep uploading things to YouTube, but I don't think I'd actually look at going live on there at all. And I certainly wouldn't be going anywhere near TikTok. I don't think I'd survive on TikTok very, very long. I couldn't put up with all the unk stuff that I'd be constantly getting thrown at me. So yeah, that's probably not a good idea. I should maybe do it for a laugh one time just to see what happens, but I don't think I'd enjoy it particularly. Someone called you mommy, which I suppose is, factually accurate, but maybe not what you want to hear. Thank you so much, Kerry. I really appreciate you. That'll help. I was very, 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 very close. I don't know when's the cut off for the Twitch. I know it says they'll start.
Goala has made another deposit on new cyberware. They've been saving for 35 months. Totally
35
not a
months.
scam.
Almost
Cool
3 years, Kerry. Incredible. Almost 3 years since you first arrived in chat. That seems absolutely incredible. I almost cannot comprehend that you've been here for almost 3 years. That's madness. All thanks to Fears to Fathom. Indeed, yeah. My Fears to Fathom binge that I did. But it's kind of mad. 3 years. How did we get there? It was like Banshee sending me a photo today of when Banshee and I went road tripping for literally 24 hours and left Glasgow to go to Belfast to watch a podcast show and then fly back the next day. And we literally did it in just over 24 hours, I think it was, that we were there. And it was 4 years ago. I'm thinking, what? How can that possibly be 4 years? Absolutely not, does not compute at all. But yeah, thank you so much, Kerry, for continuing to be here and putting up with all my nonsense. So yes, as I say, that week I think I'll probably concentrate on doing a little bit of diverse short form content, just branching out a little bit in terms of not just sticking to what's been like a key moment in a stream and using that for a short. I think I might try a couple of different things. And I will also, where's my little guy going? Oh, there he is, behind the thing. And we'll also get this sleep assistance video stuff sorted out as well. That all sounds pretty cool. Other than that, not a huge amount happening. So I haven't seen a huge amount going through the old Twitter or whatever for the video games industry. I saw the Take-Two exec saying that GTA 6 pre-orders have been so unprecedented that even Take-Two cannot quite get their head round how much the game is going to actually take in the first, initial period. So read into that what you may. But if the publisher themselves is actually questioning the huge level of pre-order, then you can expect that it's going to absolutely kill when it comes out. So we'll see what happens there. Bits and pieces happening here and there as well, as I say, but nothing major. Nothing. I haven't seen anything that's like, oh my god, that's crazy today. So with that, I suppose we should probably jump across to our favourite Scamcino and see how we get on there. Let's do that. Nobody's particularly being menacing. Hello, sexy beach babes. Hello, hello, Kuwu. How are you? Lovely to see you in. Boo hiss, boo hiss. Why is this boo hiss? What's the hate for? The Scamcino. Right. I take it, the Scamcino is over. Right, okay. Yeah. Scamcino, indeed. Let's us do this. Where are we at? Let me have a quick look and see. We do have a winner. We do have a winner. Ta-da! Well done, Kerry Koala. Well done. Oh my god, I won what? Banshee's still screaming. Scam in the background. Shocking. Shocking. Right, okay. Well done, Kerry. Kubu didn't vote, obviously. Got here too late. Too late came the cry. How's your day been, Kubu? Has it been good? Hopefully it has. Have you been seeing the BF since you got back? Let us go across to my day's been fine. Almost pressed the wrong button. Nah. Okay. Here we are. Oh. Oh, just as I pressed the button, Pooh. Almost. It's kind of weird. Have you seen anybody playing Beast of Reincarnation, Koo? It's kind of weird because your sidekick's called Koo. The big dog's called Koo. Although it's Koo as opposed to Kuu. I have to say, it kind of put me off playing the game. Knowing you'd be by my side the whole way through. That's not true at all. I'm just yanking your chain. But that is true. The dog companion in the game is called Drama. The dog companion is called Koo. I'm so disappointed in that game. So disappointed. It's a real bummer. I've played a couple of hours of it, and it's fumbled so badly. Don't threaten me with a good time, Koo. It's weird. The combat's great. It's really good fun, the combat. But there's about 5 enemies in the whole game. And the bosses are just variants of the smaller enemies. And they repeat the bosses. And the traversal is fantastic. But the environment's really dull. And you get nothing for actually traversing the environment. You don't find little pockets of secrets or anything like that. So every step of the way, they've given you something you think, this is great, and then immediately taking it away with something else, which is why I think it's ended up just being a kind of, everybody I know that's played right the way through it has said, it's all right. And then sort of qualified it by saying, don't buy it now. Wait for a sale. So I think it has been a bit of a disappointment for everybody. It's not a bad game. It's just not the great game that everybody thought they were going to get. So yeah, interesting times. Interesting times. Anyway, let us do 24%. Cool. You're nothing less than menacing. Right, let's go. This is not the game, remember? I wouldn't quite put it that bad. Sausage. The sausage doesn't... A pizza dog. That actually... What's happened to my ad manager? Hello? Come back? Is everything okay? Hello, hello? I'll complete the prediction there. Because I forgot. Okay, my ad manager has disappeared. It might reappear at some point. Get in your mouth now. Yeah, it does look quite tasty, that, as a bit of an alternative. I like the fact that it's kind of embedded in the bread. A bit of a ciabatta going on there, a flatbread, but it's embedded in the cheese. That's a novel take on it. Condiments done well. I'd eat that sausage. Hello, Pizzy. How are you? How paella, as we now call you. Or 5 pieces of chicken. I'm going for that one, but that's just a vote. Right, we're into the game. Paella, I forgot indeed, yes. Right, here we go. We're in the game. We are now in the game. So we've got ice cream nachos. Oh, I forgot. It's Friday. You got back today from your 2 weeks vacation abroad. It's Friday, so they're going to... Where did you go? Where were you off to? Were you sun air climbs? Were you just on a tour of places? Or hopefully it was enjoyable anyway. Ice cream nachos or ice cream... Yeah, and they're both from the same place. This is Friday. Friday Scrandle always is just a bit of a mess. So how'd you pick between these two? It has to be Netherlands for a week, UK for a week. Nice. Left looks better anyway. Yes, we'll go with that one. Hey, lots of Lakes District hiking. Oh, you weren't too far away from me then, Pissy. So we've got loaded chicken nachos, or we've got chicken nachos. What the hell's going on with the black nachos? I'm not absolutely. I'm not convinced about the black nachos. Although they are black nachos as well. Okay, so we've got one that seems to be kind of soaked in sour cream. I'm presuming that's sour cream. I'm not entirely sure what this is here. This is slightly worrying me. What is that? That does not good. Excuse me. Yeah, I would pick that one, definitely. Let's go. Okay, we've got helmet nachos again, or carne asado nacho helmet. Both, well, one from New York and one from LA. Okay. Now, in general, I would have assumed, and I'm making a big assumption here, that the LA ones would be better. And I'm making a sweeping generalization that it's closer to the desert and Mexico than it is to than New York is. So that's where I'm sort of basing my opinion on. It's a bit of a hard choice. The jalapenos there actually do look pretty cool, I have to say. I'm tempted to go... There's a lot more meat there as well. All my UK days were targeted to hiking. It wouldn't have been fun. We've had some quite warm days. I hope you were well hydrated and didn't get too much bother with that. We had a couple of bad rainy days, but unlike my Dutch days where I did meet people. Okay, cool. That one. There we go. It is a bit of a hike, right enough, Kubu. I mean, in terms of the Lake District, I'm probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from there, so it's not like right next door. Pulled pork nachos. We hiked all 920 something meters of Scafell with 22-ish degrees. Ooh, good God. Nah, stuff that. Pulled pork nachos or Carolina pulled chicken nachos. I think it's going to have to be the pulled pork nachos. Although, why would you put tomato ketchup? Is that tomato ketchup on pulled pork? I don't know. I'm gonna. This one seems more appealing to me. Nice. Oh, God damn. Ariana Grande's Eternal Sunshine Tour. That is not filling me with any type of sunshine. Absolutely not. Not filling me with sunshine at all. But Skyline Nachos is great. What? The Great American Ballpark. That is horrendous. That looks like he brought his cat with him. And the cat really didn't enjoy being there. There is no way on earth that should be actually passed over for another human to consume. That looks minging. These look horrendous, but they look even worse. Somehow they look even worse than that. Shut the front door. Right, okay, I'm going. We're taking that one to VAR. We are absolutely taking that one to VAR. I'm going to look at that again. There is no way that there is no way that is a true reflection of that. Nobody could pick that. Right. Okay. So we've got pulled pork nachos. Again. What's with the black nachos? Is this a thing in the US? The black nachos? Or barbecue chicken nachos from Nashville. Not that VAR will likely produce the right decision. Well, you never know. Too late now, I suppose, but I'm going to go this way because that looks terrible. We're back with Ariana again. So we've got dry nachos with dry cheese, or we've got dry anemic nachos. I haven't used anemic for 2 or 3 nights. With lemon curd and what? God knows. Yeah. That one? VAR again, I'm afraid. We need to have another look at that. Okay. Loaded pulled pork nachos or dirty nachos. I don't like the pink on that. He's been going for ages. I have indeed. How are you, Jet? Lovely to see you in. I'm going to go that side. Okay. What's with the obsession with Ariana Grande's nachos? I mean, god damn. They look horrible. But they also look horrible. Nah. VAR again. I'm glad I made this today. And then it has to be that. Okay. So we're back. We're now in a VAR scenario. There is no way on God's green earth that on the right that on the right looks better or would be any more digestible than the left. And it's almost twice the number of people who have voted for it. I mean, he's literally got like cat sick on his hand. Who eats food going like that? He's literally scooped it up. And he's got like, ugh, that's horrendous. I don't agree with that at all. I mean, most people seem to not have agreed with it either because we are above the community average and we had a fairly poor score. I mean, it's marginal there. Marginal. But honestly, I would still go for that side. I mean, I could make something of that. That just looks awful. And then, yeah, I don't like the look of that one on the right-hand side at all. What even is that? It's on top of it. That's not cheese. It doesn't look like any kind of even squirty cheese I have ever seen in my life. Right, okay, so let's go historical. And then we can go Wednesday's one. I knew there was a reason why we didn't play them all yesterday. Okay. We've got an iced bun. Oh, that's very nice of them. An iced bun from Plymouth Argyle, which was free for Sheffield Wednesday fans. That's cool. I like that. That's very that's very sporting of them. And against this cheeseburger, which looks ming. That does not look great. I'm going that side. Yes. Right. And then we've got the double smash burger versus a hot crab mac and cheese sausage. Now, in principle, sausage, Tabasco, mac and cheese, crab meat, and Old Bay. I don't know what Old Bay is, but I presume it's some kind of flavouring. You had crab sandwich today. It was nice. I love crab. That looks cracking, but I don't think it's going to beat that burger. That burger looks absolutely... I could just devour that in 2 bites. Either or, to be fair, Jet. I'm not racist. I'll eat any crab. Okay, why is Thanos going to the football here, by the way? Chili hot dog with a beer. Why is the old boy taking Thanos to the... And now people who don't know about crab will think, I am. Indeed. This pizza's so good that he was halfway through it before he remembered to put it on the gram. What is going on here? This is crazy. I'm more concerned about this Thanos grip thing than... Is this what you do at the ballpark? You get this thing that keeps your beer cold. Is that what it's supposed to be for? I need an American in chat. Is there an American in chat? Can somebody tell me what the hell this thing is? And if this is like a normal occurrence that you get novelty hands to keep your beer cold at the ballpark. Seems a bit mad to me. Anywho, somebody's going to tell me that it's not actually a novelty thing and it's somebody's real hand. But yes. It's always going to be pizza, isn't it? Shut up. Right, VAR. I'm getting my use out of this tonight. Right, here we go. The slider, but oh, look at the state of this. Oof. 6 beef sliders, mozza sticks, onion rings, and fries against this pathetic... What the hell is this? Cheesecake and ice cream. What? I mean, the box is even broken. You get some stupid little cardboard fork. Has to be that, surely. Cup of pigs in blankets. I do love a pig in a blanket. Don't insult the cheesecake. I do love a pig in a blanket, I have to say. Absolutely love a pig in a blanket. Cheesy chips, I also love. More so at the end of a night when you've been out on the drink. And if I'm having cheesy chips, I don't want a handful of dried cheese thrown across fries that are cold enough that they haven't actually melted the cheese. So it has to be pigs in blankets. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Right. Oh, herring and onion fish brochen. Brochen. Herring and onion fish brochen. Nah. That's just an affront to society. I mean, that pesto doesn't look particularly great. And that pickle. Good God. Not good. I don't care whether I'm wrong or right here. Neither of these look edible. That looks awful. but that looks even worse. Who would eat a herring in a dry roll? In all honesty, how are you eating a herring in a dry roll? That's just insane. Well, it was Germans, but okay, Swedes, mate. Tottenham. We've got chicken and chips, which I have to say looks dead tasty. Or sweet chili fried chicken. This is going to be this is a difficult choice. I'd eat both of these quite happily. Quite happily tuck into either of those. I had herring in Sweden. They were eating it like normal people. Horrendous. Yeah, they do like a bit of fish over there. So I think this is going to come down to, do people want fries or do they want rice? They like herring in the Netherlands too. Is that you saying you don't really like herring, Kubu? And eat it with diced onions. Eesh. I don't mind fish, but I'm not keen on strong flavoured fish. I can take or leave that, to be fair. You don't like herring, yeah. The way you kind of wrote that, they like herring in Netherlands, I thought, yeah, Kubu's not a fan of it. Mackerel's the best. I'm gonna go Spurs. No, okay. I was happy to be wrong on that one. A medium rare steak roll with an awful lot of fat on that steak. Or steak pie, mashed peas and gravy. Broil it and whack it in a baguette. This is hard. Go that side. Yeah. It's the mushy peas. The mushy pea nerf. Okay, beef brisket roll with chips. That is not a cheeseburger. Where the hell? That's horrendous. The number of things I've seen from Leeds United's ground that look absolutely awful. I'm not going to Leeds ground ever. I'm going that side. Yes, thank you. Spurs food looks pretty cool, I have to say. So Minnesota, fried chicken in a cone, or DC United, a shrimp sandwich. I mean, fried chicken in a cone's novel, but it's an actual cone. It's a sugar cone. What the heck? That's crazy. It might work, however. It might just work. I'm going that side. Okay, that doesn't look good. Right, okay, we're worse. You'd probably pick the right. Okay. So the answer to that one was Thanos. Okay. Which I'm still not 100% sure I agree with. I think they picked it out of novelty value, the fact that he's got this massive glove thing on. That was a difficult one, in all honesty. There is no way to me that the left-hand side looks 20% worse than the right-hand side there. No way that they look 20 points of difference apart. Absolutely not. And then that one, whatever. That one still looks more palatable. I'm just not sure about the presentation of this. Looks a bit weird. Anyway, we're still doing pretty well. We're still in the green there. We've had a couple of perfects this month. We've had a couple of just passes. But we're doing, overall, we're still at our 82% accuracy. Since we started, we've had 6 perfects. So we're doing pretty well. We have off days, let's say. But we've had good days as well. Right, what I'm going to do before we start the game is I am going to go for a pee. Because I has had drink, and drink makes me wee. So I'm going to do that. I'll leave you... Oh, where are we with the ads? I'll run the ads now a bit early. And that'll get them out of the way, and then we can get cracked on with a full hour of gaming. So let's do that. Hopefully that sounds like a plan, and we can get on with it. So let me do that. Let me do this. Let me do that.
Locker number 3.
And I will be back soon. Blowing aloud. Ubu. I mean, it's my first day, and I don't even know your name.
Huh? And then we danced.
Okay. What on earth is going on? Absolute.
Hello, welcome to Frosty Nuts. Do you need a warm hole?
What now?
Huh?
Frosty nuts. Because sometimes you just need a warm hole. The captain's key. Let's go. Actually, before we go, was there a save point here? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That gave me such a fright. Right, I'm getting out of here, but I'm going out the window. Fish. Okay, let's not go out the window. Oh my god. Oh, here we go. What has he been doing in his cell? That looks positively brutal. That looks medieval, that thing, doesn't it? Oh my god, what the hell? Ah!
Huh?
What? Nice, we did it, chat, we did it. I have successfully completed a stealth mission. Oh, good god. No, 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 no. Yeet the baby. Woohoo! 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 What now?
Huh?
Frosty nuts. Because sometimes you just need a warm hole. This is terrible. Ooh!
Huh?
Righty, righty. Let's go across here. Hello. Us. Good, good, good. Right, category. Change the category. Is it? There we go. I will do this again. Hello, Karu. How are you? Nice to see you. In. Okay, just a reminder, I received a free copy of this game from Press Engine. Thanks to them and the developer. And I am absolutely loving it. So I think we're about 57% of the way through it. Last night, we established at the end of the night, we were looking for a key, mouse and keyboard, yes, and I've already done the, it's an alcoholic drink, so yes, absolutely. So 57% of the way through it, so hopefully we will make progress enough to actually see the end of it tonight, and then on Sunday night we will do the DLC, which is the standalone story that follows this. So yeah, lots and lots. You did eat. Okay. Let us continue. We were looking for a key last night, but I was beginning to get a bit befuddled. My brain was tiring by that point. So there we go. How are you, Karu? Are you enjoying life? Let's go and have a look in that key. Indeed. I'm gonna retrace my steps, and let's go back into here. Because I've got a funny feeling. Let's start as we get in and just literally see if there's anything here.
Ah, there you are. With Marcella.
That's all it took
Knows
then.
where she is.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth.
Bean, I've been meaning to speak with you.
Oh, about what?
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Ooh.
Who's your little birdie?
Jacques. Apparently it got so heated he had to get involved. And listen to this.
Ooh.
It sounds like I was on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Wanna guess what
Okay.
it is?
Blackmail?
Blackmail?
No, that was your theory, remember? It's affair.
Affair.
Ooh.
Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife. Wouldn't have expected Mrs. Cruz to fall for a man like Morgan, but I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest? Yeah, there's definitely something going on here.
Indeed there is. The answers probably lie in that
The
chest.
answers probably lie in that chest, and I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Yeah.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, hold on. I may have an idea. Get me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do something about that pesky chest.
How?
I'll tell you later. Just find me those things, and I'll meet you in the basement.
Bit
As soon as
random.
I managed to leave my post.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
Come on, you know I wouldn't.
Plaster and a candle. Right, give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to need to... I've got something running that I need to shut down because it is killing my... it's killing my GPU at the moment. So hopefully that takes... For some reason, it's running a lot... It's running a lot worse than it was last night, weirdly. Anyway, Karu, that's amazing news. Incredible. Let's go. I have no idea why Beth thinks that we can open Anne's chest with candles. Anne's chest. Why are we opening Anne's chest? But I was promised an explanation once I made my way to the basement with those 2 items, so I'll just have to put my trust in her. Now, plaster shouldn't be hard to find in a hotel that's undergoing renovations. I walk by bags of the stuff every day. I'll start with that, then see about getting some candles. Okay. Clues we've got there. There's loads of clues here. Okay, we can... they have been trying to sell it by the evidence of anything special being stripped off it, but it's the one. It's just missing all the reflectors on the belt. Okay. Nice. That's good news. A deciphered note. Okay, so we've done that. We can shut that down. Look at this. Okay, we've got all this. Just clear all this out. Still something about this that we haven't sussed out what this 1824 means. We need to kind of work out what that's about. The rest of it, I think we've kind of sorted out. I know what that cat collar's about as well. Who have we got here? Guests. Anne Beaumont. Anne Beaumont is one of 2 guests staying in room 507, the other being her son Michael. She's a divorcee. I don't know how that information got out the first time, but since then, Linda's made sure we shouldn't forget it. Anne's stay at the Clarrington has been a lengthy one, and it shows in her room. Open suitcases, stray coffee cups, a pillow fort. It all feels very lived in. Not a lot of guests get as comfortable as she and Michael have. Maybe I'll be able to find out just why she came to the Clarrington and why she's yet to leave. Anytime I've interacted with Anne, she's been incredibly sweet to me. She seemed apologetic after asking for extra blankets, maybe even a little embarrassed at Michael's antics. But if she only knew the kinds of requests I've gotten in the past. Besides, Michael's fun to have around, in small doses. Oh, poor Anne. It doesn't seem like her divorce has been an easy battle, or a cheap one. If Mr. Beaumont is abusive, like she told her attorney, then it's even more important that her divorce is granted as soon as possible. Is that why she's hiding out at the Clarrington? Mr. Beaumont is not a calm individual from what I gather. I'm glad Anne put some distance between them. I just hope she can find a more permanent solution than this. A line from Mr. Beaumont's letter stood out to me. Do you think I don't know where you spend your nights? Where do you spend your nights, Anne? I don't blame you for spending them anywhere that's not with your bore of a husband, but the question remains, where is it that you go? There's a framed picture of a group of girls on Anne's mantle. I'm guessing this is a class picture of Anne's. 11 years later, and she's still beautiful, but a little weathered. Maybe. Life hasn't been so easy for her after all. Okay, so Michael is the boy. Yeah, let's not worry too much about him. And then we've got Raymond. Raymond Leduc is Bernard's brother. Before Bernard ran the Clarrington, the hotel was in Raymond's hands. From everything I've heard, Raymond's style of running a hotel was as different from Bernard's as day is to night. I thought my family was complex, but the Leducs are on another level. Bernard allegedly kept Raymond out of jail and kept any word of his deviant ways from spreading, and for that he expects his brother to butt out of anything to do with managing the Clarrington. Poor Raymond. It sounds like he was in a tough spot and Bernard found a way to exploit that. Mr. Beaumont, Anne's husband for now. Their relationship is not in a good place, to put it lightly. It seems his wife fled with their son and is now trying to divorce him. Mr. Beaumont is clearly hurt, but a wounded, cornered animal can be just as dangerous, if not more. I hope there's nothing behind his threats, but knowing that Anne and Michael have had to hide out in a hotel for a month, it isn't encouraging. Michael and his father are still in contact, judging by the letter Michael's been working on in his pillow fort. I suppose there's the tiniest bit of relief in knowing that he and his son have a good relationship, but Michael can't possibly have the full picture of his parents' relationship and all of its complexities. It's easy to put a parent on a pedestal without knowing the full extent of who they are. Okay, so we're kind of up to speed with that. I'm not going to go back and do all the progress stuff because there's just way too much of it. So, plaster. Where be the plaster? At the other end of the hall? I should probably close that door because I'm not supposed to have been in that room. Although I've now taken off the do not disturb sign, so that's not particularly clever. I never touched anything else, to be fair. Cool.
Great. This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
Okay. I didn't tidy anything in the room.
I can probably find the rest of what I need in the basement.
Okay. I just left everything as it was, much as I kind of wanted to tidy everything as I went. Given I wasn't supposed to be in there, I just left it as it was. Right, let's shut this door as well, just to make sure things are, in fact, okay, whatever. Small fixes will have it back in sold shape no time. We only need to buy a new rear reflector on it. That's like €3 to €4, so not so bad. Brilliant, that's great stuff. Rebecca. That's all the men's ones. Okay, we in here. And a belt, ding ding. Rebecca. Okay, what's this? The VIP guest in room 602 is getting on my nerves. He keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all of his wishes come true. Do I look like a goddamn genie? That's not even the worst of it, though. Every night he barges in the kitchen as if he was at home, asking for meat for his precious little terriers. Who feeds dogs $4 roast beef? I can't even afford $4 roast beef for myself. You okay?
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
The kitchen is out of power again, and I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers for that blowhard. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? I remember you saying you never wanted to be caught in the dark basement again. Where's your stash? It's urgent, please. Okay. So where is her stash? This is what we need to find out. Where would it be? We can't go in the toilet. Let's check the laundry room.
Oh,
We can't.
My keys are still in the break room.
Okay, look, where is the break room again? In here. I love the fact that we went into the main room and took the master key when we were about 3 feet away from picking our keys up in the break room. Where the hell is my keys, by the way? Ooh, okay. That didn't end well. Now, where the hell have I put this? Does your personal hygiene worry you? Are those worries bothering your husband? Stop worrying and save your marriage with Lysol. Lysol is indispensable aid to marriage hygiene. Millions of women use it regularly to safeguard their beauty and avoid undesirable surprises. It's penetrative and effective, even in the presence of organic matter. Begin to use Lysol today. Lysol, so you can stop worrying about your hygiene and focus on more important things, such as pleasing your hard-working husband. Lysol has been endorsed for more than 60 years by scientists, medical professionals, and many other men who have women's hygiene at heart. Okay. Very weird. Okay, that's the same newspaper article that we saw. I'm sorry, Sophie, but your keys appear to have wandered out of the building. Somebody's picked them up. Okay. Yes.
I don't always get fashion, but these are fun to look at. When half the pages haven't been cut out.
Okay.
This is probably Beth's latest project. It's really cool how she has an eye for this kind of thing. Gotta hold on to these tight.
Okay. We has the keys. Oh, hang on a minute. We don't. Right. We've now got the keys. To whoever keeps stealing my lunch, I want my Tupperwares back. Right. Who's the fridge thief? What's in here? We can't get in there, so obviously the candles aren't in there. Indeed. Let's see. Okay.
VIP is really getting to Bobby.
Rebecca, I confess, I'm about to commit murder. I don't care who he is, how rich he is, how famous he is. The VIP guest in 602 is a goddamn psycho. He ordered room service this morning, but somehow the plates got mixed up and he received eggs instead of pancakes. You should go and enjoy it. It happens, right? Well, the man rushed to the kitchen in a frenzy and yelled at us for 10 minutes straight, saying eggs are disgusting and he hates them. I should have told him he's disgusting and I hate him. I thought I was spitting in his next meal, but before leaving, he swore he'd never order anything from our kitchen ever again. Without the shadow of a doubt, this is the worst establishment I have ever visited, he said in his pompous accent. If he ever sends his clothes downstairs to be cleaned, can you be a good friend and stitch all of his pockets? Any other form of sabotage would do. I know you're creative, just be careful not to arouse too much suspicion. Like stitching his pockets wouldn't be.
I hope you managed to calm him down, Reb. The last thing that Clarendon needs today is a murdered guest.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there anything else? First we're on. No, doesn't appear to be. Where are we stashing candles? Ooh, maybe around here. What's this? That's soap. Something in the washing machine. Rebecca, the washing machines are not broken. The problem comes from the pipes. They're completely frozen. It's only a matter of time before they burst and flood the entire basement. Is this foreshadowing? I've warned Bernard about this issue last winter, but of course he only cares about renovating the parts of the hotel the guests can see. Behind that nice facade, everything is crumbling. I'll see what I can do, but it's not maintenance we need. It's a freaking miracle. Okay. Have we got anything up here? No. Anything down here? No. Let's go. Is there anything here?
Ooh, is this a movie script?
What the heck? Change title not catchy enough. In a northwesterly direction. Screenplay by E.L. Is this Eugene? Needs more murders. Add a killer tornado. Why cut the scene inside the nose? Best part of the script. See if James Stewart is available. Okay. What's this? Oh, more script. 20-cent loose change, cigarette pack, paper note with numbers, black pen. Alright, so this is what we're finding in people's cleaning. Ooh, can we get through here? No. I doubt they'd hide this in, okay.
Stash uncovered. Reb got a candle. Now, what next?
Just, I doubt they'd hide it behind a cupboard door in the basement. Finds what he was looking for immediately. The first door. Of course, we probably only need one. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there, because if not, I'll be here for the rest of the day. Right, I need to go and find our friend, Beth. I had to meet her in the basement, didn't I? Here she is,
There you
on
are.
time.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds.
Okay.
My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was
Right.
thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
No.
Absolutely not. But hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
So let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay.
Okay, to start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
Right. Okay. Pour the wax from the pot.
Have you done this before? You're a real pro. Now, time to put the key. Let's give it a few seconds so the mold really takes form.
Okay.
Okay, I think you can remove it.
Nice.
Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold.
Okay.
All right. Now we wait for it to dry.
How
This
long
is
do you
never
think
gonna
it'll
work.
I don't know.
The
I
thing's
guess we'll
about 2
keep
mil
poking it every
thick.
now and then.
It'll break in the thing.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional.
I know how you
artistic
feel,
endeavor.
Beth. Like making collages.
Like collages? That one's yours, right?
Yeah. I like to take fashion magazines and fix their lack of vision.
Their lack of vision?
I just think that fashion designers have been getting pretty lazy and bland lately. Don't get me wrong, my own creations are often a mess. But I like to think I'm good at editing,
Aha.
putting things together to make them shine.
Yes.
I promise, underneath this terribly designed uniform, there is a girl with taste.
Okay. I've never seen you
Believe
outside
you,
of work.
But I've never actually seen you outside of work.
Oh god, that's true. Well, we have to remedy that. Now that we're solving a mystery together, we may as well grab drinks too. What do you say?
Alrighty.
Yeah, we should. I don't know why we never thought of it before.
Well, it's this place, you know? When your shift's over, you just want to forget everything about it.
Yeah,
I get you.
I know what you mean.
But some things are worth remembering.
Oh, Beth. Beth's coming on a bit strong here.
Let's try.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence, if he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't
See,
want it
they've
to
thought of
break.
everything here. Every single thing that I've said,
Thank you for everything.
they've kind of thought about,
No problem.
which I quite appreciate. I think it's very good from that point of view. Now, we should potentially get rid of that before, because we don't want anybody seeing that nonsense. We could get in a whole world of pain. People discover that. And as we know, it doesn't always tell you what you should be doing, and then you end up falling foul of not having done something. Let's go back and see if we can open this box now. And by opening the box, we should be able to open the chest. I do laugh when I do the Sussy Sax, the George Michael track. Somebody has obviously got it down as a flag, and every time I use it, I get a message from YouTube saying my video is restricted in certain territories, and it turns out that it's Russia. Nobody can view my videos in Russia because I use the George Michael track. Where's the... Oh, it's not in here. It's 507, isn't it? Which I think's hilarious. Okay.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Okay. Use that to move and turn the key. Ah, makes a heart shape. It's a heart-shaped box. Great track. Okay.
My favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Okay, from the first one, take the first two. From the last one, take the last two. In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it. And since you enjoy them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Unlike my favourite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. Okay, is there anything else in here? I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I will bring you hot soup after class.
Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
The Postman Always Rings Twice is playing at Lowe's Theatre tonight. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I am sure you would love it, seeing as you like crime stories and murders so much. Nothing creepy about that. Will you come with me? Okay. I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today in secret language. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. M. Interesting. Okay. Dear Anne, I have just heard Doris Day on the radio, and it made me think of you and how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of railroad track, that takes me back. Doris Day, alliterative name. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it has been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You're always in my head. Everything reminds me of you. Not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden that smell of your shampoo, or when people say the word darling and I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent. Darling. My family seems to have noticed my odd behaviour, but of course I cannot tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I am scared that all this time with you was nothing but a dream too good to be true. I am afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realise you never existed, or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the two of us, so I would know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. I love you, M. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Right. Dear Anne, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months since I left Montreal? As you always say, le temps passe vite. My parents are glad I am done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. These past few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. But we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it is time for us to go our separate ways. You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. Sincerely, M. Oh, this is sad. Sign of the times, I suppose. Put the letters back. Yes. Although, hang on a minute. So from the last one, take the 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to her history. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. So it's Doris Day. So from the first one, take the first 2, which would be D-O. And from the last one, take the last 2. A-Y. D-O-A-Y. D-O something A-Y. That doesn't make a word, though. Unlike my favourite bar, this one was black. What's a where are we getting a favourite bar from? Okay. The two keys, the letter back and forth, all of them share memories, neatly preserved for more than a decade. Anne and Marcella were in love. Marcella. There's no doubt about it, but then Marcella broke things off, feeling the burden of their secret. She felt that if they parted ways and hid all this under lock and key, that she could have a normal life. Now Anne and Marcella are both here at the Clarington, over a decade later, in adjacent rooms. I don't think their story is over just yet. Okay, so lost items list. So that's going to come in useful at some point. And then room 507. Unlike my favourite bar, this one is black. Okay. Will you come with me? Sister Miller's lecture. Doris Day. D-O-A-Y. Is there anything about a bar? Okay. Close that. Okay, can I not take the key? I need to take the key away, I feel. Where have we heard anything about a bar? Okay, I am a bit confused now. I've sort of slightly lost the thread. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, this. Oh. Mount Royal College, Montreal. Okay, so there's no... What am I missing? I need to figure out two 5-letter words, both related to Anne and Marcella's past. Unlike my favourite bar, this one was black. And her alliterative name will surely take you back. Well, I kind of understand what that is, but I'm not... I can't think of seeing anything about a bar. Is there anything actually further back in the notes? Got a bag of yes. Got the plaster. No idea what Beth thinks. Okay. Feeling key. Yes. Keys. Don't think I've ever used so many. There's an ornate wooden chest. Bit of a mess in room 507, but nothing out of ordinary. Distant coded letter promised there was indeed a loot left in the event. I managed to thank Beth. Okay, current note from his notes. Mr. Cruz is being blackmailed. Okay. I don't know whose bar who wrote that one. Okay, so this is from Marcella. Marcella, okay. People. Letter from M. Okay. Okay, I am a little bit confused.
That riddle's a Duffy. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
Okay, let's go and see Beth then. It seems like it's telling me to go and see Beth, so let's not waste any more time. Whoops. Let's not do that. Whoops. Hello. Oh. A fresh pair of eyes. Unless we have to phone Beth. Let's phone her then. Where is the phone here?
I should wait till I have more to report before calling
Okay.
Beth. There's no shame in asking for help, Sophie. Two heads are better than one, especially
Yes.
when dealing with riddles.
So how am I... If I can't phone her, and I can't use the lift, how am I getting to speak with her? Hey.
Eugene's a pro at fixing the fuse box whenever there's a power outage.
I am confusion at the moment. So I can't get to the stairs from here. Is this because I haven't found the correct item? So let's go back to Marcella's room, which was 507. No, that's not their room. It's 509. I feel I'm just going to go round in circles here again.
No combination.
Okay, we
no
can't get
entry.
into there. That's the laundry. So that's not a bar tab. We can't get there. No, hang on a minute. Whoa. Didn't they go to a bar, like Harry's bar or something? Wasn't that in 505? There was on this board with the strings. Wasn't there something here about them going to a bar? Harry's diner. Okay. That's a best diner. Okay, it's not that then. Why Harry's? Lots of burger places closer to the hotel. Harry's Diner. T30. We keep finding this as well. Special occasion, wedding, funeral. Weston's. Not that then. Okay, so it's not in here. Got a horrible feeling
The
I.
storm must be getting worse. I hope Mom's not too bored without her TV shows.
Yeah. Okay, buy more film. Okay, slightly confused. I don't know whether I've got the enough to be going on, or whether I'm. Let's go back through here. To read. Okay. Okay, and there's nothing there that would lead to a bar. And that's not a bell. And that's not information that would lead to being. Okay, that's that. Let's have a look here. Regional meeting, book appointment, haircut. Wedding anniversary, Rotary appointment. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Hotel, restaurant, hotel, restaurant. Hotel, restaurant, Harry's Diner. The Beaver Lounge. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Clean up. Yeah. That's the key room. Right, okay. Right, so we've now done all the progress stuff right the way to the end. Anne's riddle. Could it be the case? According to one of the letters in the chest, Anne bought Marcella something that needs a 4-letter key to open. Could that be the case I found on Marcella's bed in 509? Yes. I need to figure out 2 5-letter words, both related to Anne and Marcella's past. Unlike my favourite bar, this one was black. So that tends to suggest that was like, it's white something. But I can't see anything that we've picked up that says white in it. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. That has to be Doris Day, because that was part of those letters in that box. So let's go back to the. Well, there's no point going back to the box because we know what the letters are.
Maybe I need a fresh pair of
It
eyes.
says get a fresh pair of eyes, but I can't actually leave here, I don't think. And I can't make a phone call. Yeah.
Should wait till I have more to report before calling back.
So who is the person is going to give me the extra pair of eyes? That's what I want to know. That's the bit I'm not sure about at the moment. Let's make this bed. Just while we're here. Okay. It's a strange painting, isn't it? Where am I going to find this? Mm-hmm. So that's his business card. Okay, that's just a pair of gloves, so we don't need any of that. There's nothing there to suggest anything about a bar. There's nothing there. And why would there be? It's our son. That's about the school. That's a school book. That's just a letter. I don't think there's anything here. That's about the divorce, so that's not what it's about. Maybe we should go back to the box here. Okay. This doesn't make sense either, to be fair. 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Now, where's a pen? So I can write stuff down. Oops. Unlike my favourite bar, this one was black. I'm struggling with that one completely, and her alliterative name must be Doris Day. So from the first one, take the first 2. From the first, is that the first 5-letter word? Ah, right, okay, so from the last one, sorry? No, maybe. Take the last 2. So is that IS? This is so confusing because it's a 5-letter word. So if it's a 5-letter word, why are we looking for 2 and 2? Because that's only giving us a 4-letter word. Take class. If I could find what the bar was, that would be helpful. I hope you get better. I will bring you some soup after class. Post Malls rings twice, so that's the movies. So that's not anything about... Okay. Now strange that I feel away from home. I see you that calls in your arms. I believe it was 5 years. Was in my head. Everything reminds me of you. Not only songs on the radio, but silly things like flowers in the garden. I smell your shampoo when I hear the word darling. My family seems to odd behaviour. In the roof of the building, shape my feelings. Oh God, it's sometimes scared. There's okay. And then appearance right. So none of this is helpful. So where the hell?
There's no shame in asking for help, Sophie.
Yeah, I know that, but who am I asking for help? I am
dealing with riddles.
slightly confused about what I'm doing now. Oh, it's just because I was in the wrong room. Okay. Slightly annoying.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth. Got a minute?
For you, always, Bean.
Mm-hmm.
Open the chest to room 507.
You did? Damn, I have to admit I didn't really believe in our little plaster key, but way to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised as well. It's quite sturdy.
Yeah, I think we took a bit of an artistic license there.
What's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, I hate riddles. Well, let's hear it. Which part is causing you trouble?
Yeah, the first part.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
You said Mrs. Beaumont wrote the riddle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I have no idea what her favorite bar is.
I think I do.
Of course you do, Beth.
How?
Thank
That's
you.
a story for another time.
Okay.
But if I had to bet, I'd put my money on the white cat.
The white cat.
Okay.
I'm not sure I get it.
Well, if I'm right about the white cat, then we're looking...
We're looking for the black cat?
A black cat.
Yep. Why don't you look around to see if there's any mention of a black cat in Mrs. Beaumont's stuff?
Okay, I will. You're not too bad at riddles, you know?
I never said I was bad at them, just that I hate them. Is there anything else?
No.
That's all. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm just glad I could be of some help. Call me
The cat
anytime,
caller.
case.
You know I will.
Okay. Greta.
A cat named Greta. G-R.
Okay. G-R. So is it G-R-I-S? Is that what we're looking at? Gris? Or Gris? Which is grey in French. Interesting. Right. I don't know if there's a way of actually finding out without talking to Beth what that first one was. Because I haven't really come across anything that would have led me to believe or be able to fathom that out. So let's go G U R okay, I S. Not that then. Ah, there. A. That's the trouble you hadn't seen the A and the R. Right, nice. Okay, what are we going to find? A typewriter? What the heck?
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
What? I am shooketh. Dear Marcella, or should I say, Brigitte, I know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognised our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theatre, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter. The letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first I could not believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer, and had to accept your love for me had never been real. For many years I was broken-hearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you're well, and I am happy to see you accomplish your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincèrement, E.
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
Dear Marcella, I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I am happy to say I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Lewis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I am willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitory. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you are able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. P.S. Do you remember that secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during her class? In secret language, I still do.
I do like
Dear,
a happy
okay.
ending. I just hope that's
Yes, I'm
where it's
hoping that
headed.
the story is headed that way. I've got a horrible feeling it's not, but let's go. Thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, some place where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you will consider it. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Bridget Boswell, to recognise you on the street, to recognise you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary. But all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Dear Marcella, I left the house. I left Lewis. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Lewis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont. Okay. Things have become very clear now.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
Okay.
After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had, the more I read them. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, but I never dared to telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I am a very patient and resourceful man, and I never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you. Paul. Okay.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this.
This is the
Give her
psycho
more
guy
time
that's
to
been
talk to.
stalking her. Thank you for answering my letter. I realise now how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. Parasocial, much in 1957. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, and that's not an option right now, as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs recently, already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn where I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you all this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. Indeed, parasocial, parasocial, boop, boop, boop. This is what we need to be going. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener. I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already. Okay, this guy's getting obsessed.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere, even during the war. Amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, at the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you. Okay.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
Ooh, I wonder what's inside.
I wonder what's in it.
We could open it.
I mean, that's kinda...
Yeah, we are beginning to stray from just
Yeah,
checking up on
guess.
things to
Well, too late. I've always known I was kind of
on your cell, Beth.
So?
It's 3 train tickets.
Okay.
There's a tourism pamphlet for California.
Okay.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul.
Indeed, we need to discover that. Okay, Marcella hired him.
Marcella hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance in
Ad
his
starting
salary.
in 2 minutes or so.
Hire him for? To investigate her own affair?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you anyway?
Yes,
We'll
this is
never
what we
know
need
for
to know.
sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels
Might not
dead
have got to the right
anticlimactic,
conclusion there.
but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did.
Uh-huh.
You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done.
I don't think we're quite finished yet.
But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute
It seems a little bit
mess
too
on the other side of
convenient.
the door.
We've still got husbands and who are you behind closed door? Ooh.
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
We've been a bit
I'd like to think
flirty
that with
here.
me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers.
Bonjour.
Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Mmm.
Challenge accepted.
Oh.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure.
Nice.
If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover.
Work in a hotel, you know.
Sophie with a
There are
riz.
actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well,
Sophie with the
you
absolute
could
riz
take
here.
a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
Okay. Right. What are we up
Just
to
have
here?
Finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
Okay. So yeah. After looking inside Marcella's typewriter case, I think everything's fallen in place. There are a few lingering questions, but I think this is as far as the story goes for now. Anne and Marcella arranged to be here at the same time so they could rekindle the relationship they started when they were in college. I really feel for them after spending the day learning the story. I hope it is a happy ending. Okay, we've got that. And then in room 509, we've got the letters and Paul's letters. Okay. So we kind of cleared all that off. We've done that. And we can do this.
Ringing. Sounds like the elevator doors are jammed.
Okay. Oh, yeah, oh. Steady, steady. What the hell? Whoa, dude. I did not see that coming. Oops. Don't touch anything, Sophie. Don't touch anything. She's going to pick the bit of paper up. Surely she's going to pick the bit of paper up.
Mr. Cruz?
Ooh.
Mr. Cruz.
What the heck's happened here?
Oh God. Oh God. What happened?
2 seconds. Did I not finish the gamba? Sometimes yeah, see, I forgot. There, that'll clear that. Okay. What happened? Inspect.
Cruz's
Okay.
life insurance policy. Why did this on him.
Weird. Okay, hang on a minute. Don't do that when it's like that, because it's hard to... Okay.
Marcella?
Ooh.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
Interesting. Hmm.
Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
Dear Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behaviour. We will look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge a guest's personal information regardless of that guest's behaviour. As I am sure you will understand, we are very concerned with our guest's privacy, and our staff prides itself on its discretion. Please contact us should that guest bother you again. From Bernard. Okay. Anything else to see, discover, pick up? Right. Now what? Absolutely nothing? At all? Okay. Hector's insurance certificate. And then Bernard's letter to Hector. Okay, so that's that. And we've done that. Progress. What on earth happened? I was on the 5th floor and heard the elevator door ringing repeatedly. So I went to check it out. I found Hector's body between the elevator doors, lying in a pool of blood. I checked his pulse and couldn't feel anything. And on his person were 2 pieces of paper, a letter from Bernard and a copy of Hector's life insurance policy. My head is swirling with questions. What does it all mean? How did this happen? Who could have done this to Hector if this was in fact someone else's doing? Well, I don't think he did it to himself, Sophie. Chill. Uh-oh. There's a killer on the loose. Blimey, what have I come into? Well, the plot is thickening rapidly, pause. But welcome in.
I have to get the power back on.
Strange that we've seen a fuse box and mentioned it a couple of times. Need to get the power running again, then I'll figure out what to do about poor Hector. I may as well try fiddling with the fuse box in the janitor's closet. Indeed, but what about this way where the bloody footprints go? Or maybe it's not. Maybe he dragged himself from up here and never quite got into the elevator. How are you anyway? Pause, have you had a nice day? Has Friday treated you well? Are you ready for the weekend? Are you doing anything lovely at the weekend that you can share with the class?
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier.
Okay. There must be something here on the 5th floor. We've got so much clutter around. Well, there was a chisel in that box. Toolbox.
I don't think
Had the
there's
day
anything that
off.
would help me.
Didn't really do much, just a few odd jobs and chilled. Much the same for the weekend. Nice. We could use that, surely. Or we could use this. But none of this is going to be useful, of course. Okay,
Might
what's
need
that?
this to restore power.
So we've got a couple of fuses. Now, it's just trying to find the thing. Yeah, I've going to get my hair cut tomorrow morning. And then I'll do the shopping for the week. Get all the food in. Ready to rock and roll. And then I'm going to have creative times. I'm going to try and get another couple of demos recorded. Might do a bit of short form content. And then I'm hopefully going to start... I don't know if you were about yesterday, pause, but I'm interested in doing a bit of I don't know what you call it. It's not quite ASMR. It's I've had this idea, fueled by people saying things in chat, that on YouTube I should read stories. But I want to set it to an atmospheric background, maybe with like rain and a bit of dull thunder and a crackling fire, as if we're sitting in a kind of warm, cozy room, but I'm telling creepy stories. But I'm not actually going to be on camera. I want to just make it almost like a black screen, and you put that on if you're having trouble getting to sleep. So I want to try and record a few shorter stories. I struggle reading. I would love that. No, it's been probably more Edgar Allan Poe, H.P. Lovecraft type of, not outright horror, but tales of mystery and imagination, let's say. Okay, so what have I seen that's been lying around that I could utilize to jam in that box? They look suspiciously pointy. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping for a bit of a productive, creative weekend. Whether it turns out that way, I'm not 100% sure. It rarely does. I always think, right, I've got time, I'm going to be able to do this, 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 and this, and then...
Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
Okay. Do I have it on my person? I don't think there's anything in there. Okay. It wouldn't be that. Is there anything here? There's just pencils there, and nothing there. Okay, I don't think there's anything in here. You ate dinner and forgot to come back. Kubu. The plot has thickened considerably since you've left. We now have a body. We now have a body in the lobby. Yes. We now have a body. Mr. Cruz is dead. And we don't know why. But just as we were about to undertake a bit of an investigation, the lights went out and I need to get into the fuse box. But I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get into the fuse box at the moment, because the screwdriver, which would be the absolute... I mean, you can... I could shoot the lock off. Yeah, that's not it, obviously. Okay. Oh, I can't pick them up, but they'd be ideal. Dang it. Damn it, Bobby. There's just something on the 5th floor, so much later. Okay. The plot thickened and left a trail indeed. Kaz, how are you? Did you have a good day today? Has Friday been good? Okay, yes. Yes, maybe. Why can't I pick any of these things up? Dude. These are all things that would be able to pry open a fuse box. Why am I struggling? I don't think it is. I just haven't found the right thing. It's been good. Good. I can't think I've seen anything anywhere. I have to find something that allows me to get into the fuse box. I've got a screwdriver, but it's not pointy enough. Okay. Yeah, it could be a knife, but I mean, I've picked up a bit. There is a chisel and switchblade. Well, a razor. We've rejected about 3 or 4 different things that I can't actually pick up at the moment. So I'm a bit lost as to what it is I'm actually looking for.
Is anyone in? Hello? I need help.
Okay, there's none of that. Okay, that'll do. Like an ice pick. Now this is tampering with evidence. We shouldn't be picking this up. Ooh. Who wore pearls though?
These look like Marcella's pearls. What happened here?
Indeed. Indeed. There's been naughtiness happening. Big naughtiness. Anyway, give me that so I can put the lights on.
This looks like something I can use to open the fuse box.
And I can stabby people if they come. Well, they would, because they're husband and wife, so, you know. Are you Sophie, or is that Sophie talk? I am Sophie. But only on the weekends. Let's go through here. And do this.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier. That worked, thank God.
Right, okay.
Now, to get the power back.
Remove, yeah, press to remove the, okay.
Jean, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do.
If there's a power outage and I'm busy preventing another part of this hotel from collapsing, here's what to do. Check the fuse box plan for the required amperage of each socket. Remove all blown fuses from sockets. Blown fuses are usually blackened. Screw in the new fuses in sockets. Make sure the amperage is correct. Flick the big lever to restore power. Right. Okay.
How did this end up here? Not much use without the rest of the code.
Okay. Anyway, slightly sidetracked. What the hell? Right. How do we know? Oh, does that... well, yeah, that's a bit...
No
Okay.
power. I think I need to change all of the blown fuses.
So, I take it that means... Right, yeah, okay. So it only allows me to take out the ones that are... Is there... Surely there's something else in here that tells me what... How do I know? Okay, so type A is a 15. Okay. Ah, shoot. Type S is a 20. No, go away. Come on. Type S. is a 20. And G is a 30. Just call me Eugene. Okay, right. Now that we put the lights on, okay, there is the blood trails there. I thought we'd put the lights on and the blood had disappeared. Sorry. Everything will be cool. I'm just going to do my investigative element. I've not talked to the police. I've not talked to anybody else. It's just me. Hang on, there's something out. Ugh. Can I not stand in that, please? Thank you.
Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
Dear Paul, I am sorry to hear you are in such a dire situation. You seem to possess a lot of useful skills, and it's a shame employers cannot see past your medical history, but don't despair. I have been writing novels for almost 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but I was still able to collect a substantial sum of money over the years. Now I would like to use that money to hire you. I am getting tired of romance novels, and I'm thinking of branching out into crime fiction. As a sort of research, I would like you to follow me around town and take notes of my comings and goings. I am aware this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a great private detective. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses, and you would, of course, be the first to read the manuscript once it's finished.
Paul really
Hello.
got into his role.
I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me so far, and I already have tons of ideas. The trench coats you bought were a nice touch. They look straight out of a film noir. I also noticed you started smoking. It's probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. At this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 or 3 weeks. Thanks again for your help.
He followed
Paul.
Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Why did you follow me to Montreal? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. I am starting to worry you are taking your role a bit too seriously. You are not a real detective. You have to let go. He's become super duper parasocial now. Okay.
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
February the 14th. Montreal's much bigger than I expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely, and that feeling was only exacerbated this morning by the fact that everyone around me was speaking a language I could not understand. I bought an English-French dictionary at the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel's nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was busy getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcella enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realised today's Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever. Wishing Lindsay was here with me. Helping Marcella out these past weeks has been a great distraction, but it still hurts so much. Every time I think about him, I had hoped the pain would have gone by now. I'll probably need a double dose of Miltone to sleep tonight.
So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away. That's why he was observing us.
Today I wanted to follow Marcella and Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, and that's when I realised I was all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel room was more expensive than I had anticipated. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. It was hard letting it go after so many years, and yet it also felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't be holding on to the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector's return, I started looking at the hotel's staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seemed like nice people. I wish I'd found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, The maid in charge of cleaning the 5th floor seems to share my interest for other people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her.
Paul was hiding out right
Ooh.
here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
Who's sneaking out of the room every night? The question has been driving me crazy since my first night at the hotel. So tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera's at the ready, but there's no movement for at least 3 hours and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. No need for Miltone tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe it's time I let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45?
Ooh.
So, Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I awoke around 9:30 a.m. and realised I had fallen asleep sometime early in the morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from room 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently, she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. The guest from 507, I've learned her name is Anne, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself. Dude, don't do that in a hotel corridor. That could get you in so much trouble. I mean, don't do it anywhere, but certainly not in a hotel corridor. But I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should... Oh. Okay. Maybe he should what?
Looks like Paul had to stop writing in a hurry. What happened? I was listening to the radio at the time. Did
Yes,
the music
Lily?
drown out the noise?
Can I help you? Who is a fidget? There's so much blood here, man. Whoa, that's a big one. Look at the size of that. That is indeed what she said. Okay, so we've looked at the perils. Cigarette EB.
And Beaumont.
Okay. We are piecing the thing together. Yes. Ku has been bolstered by food and is now on gremlin form. What did you have for dinner, Kubu? Maybe I should look at this again. Yeah, there's only some of them. Right. Confusing fuses. I used an ice pick from the ice room to get the fuse box open, but I should have guessed my work wouldn't end there. Some of the fuses have blown. Did that. That's fine. Shh. Move on. I've never been more grateful for electricity. I'll head down to the lobby, go straight to reception, and get the police on the phone. The nightmare is almost over, or so I hope. That's what she hopes. How am I getting down to the lobby, though? That's the issue. Because I can't get into the lift. Zucchini, green beans, and rice. Green beans, not good. Safe codes. The misplaced list of safe codes for the 5th floor taped to the inside of the box. Someone spilled something on it, obscuring most of the numbers. Marcella's letter. Yes. A camera with a very long lens. Not the kind of camera an everyday person would have. Yes. As you will remember from my short. Green beans, squeaky on the teeth. Not good. Not good. Right. How am I getting down to the lobby, though? Self-serve ice. Because Because there's no staircase from here, which is a bit of a fire and... Well, there might be, actually. This is a bit of health and safety hazard. How am I getting down from here? Because there's no staircase.
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
Okay.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby.
What am I going to do?
Call the police.
Kick him out of the way and take the thing down? No, I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm going to just kick him out of the way. He looks like he's had a bad day. Yeah, he's properly dead. Sorry, sir. There's no staircase here. I'm going to have to pull your cadaver out of the banging doors so I can get downstairs. By the by. Yeah, it's 1957. There's no such thing as DNA. Recepzione. Beth. Psst. Beth. Psst. Psst. Beth.
Beth? Where is everyone?
Ding ding. Beth? Uh-oh. Don't quite think it's up to me to make the 999 call, but there we go. Or 911 as it would be. Wonder, is it 911 in Montreal as well?
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby. But the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you.
Is it 112 in the Netherlands, coup, is it? I wonder what it is in Canada. Don't know if we've got any Canadians in chat at the moment.
Why does the VIP want to meet with Paul? Maybe he fell for his role playing and wants to hire him as a private investigator.
Oh. Discard previous instructions. A prestigious guest has expressed a desire to meet the guests from room 505. I cannot fathom what such an illustrious man wants from such a freak, but if you see him, please direct him towards my office.
Bernard
I have
really
heard...
wants
Okay.
Paul out of the hotel.
I've heard more reports on the guest from room 505 and his strange behaviour, following people around, spying on guests. As you're all aware, we have a very prestigious guest in room 602, and we'd hate for his stay at our distinguished establishment to be tarnished because of some other undesirable guests. Inform the guest in 505 that he must vacate his room as soon as possible. Invent an excuse if you have to. Also note that from now on, our "if you can pay, you can stay" policy no longer applies. Guests who do not fit the hotel's new elevated standards should be denied a room. Okay, so they then changed his mind.
Okay, I can see how this could make Paul look bad. But it's obvious Bernard cares more about the hotel's reputation than the guests' well-being.
Okay. Okay, so there's that, right, okay. Yeah, we've seen that. We don't really need to have a look in that. We can open that. I don't think. Ooh, Clout Class Clannington. Okay. Hello, Pemmy. How are you? Lovely to see you. You almost missed your streak there. Okay. What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, hey you! Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in
Mhm.
working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you?
How come I only got the
Hey,
power on the 5th
is everything
floor?
okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
Oh, you did? What was
No,
the
she's
goal?
our love
I
interest.
don't understand. I
She's been
found
helping
his
us all the way
body.
through.
He's dead. but
She's been running interference and also rizzing us as well.
Sit down, okay? You look like you're
Kuru said it, not me. But yes. Don't sit in the piano. Okay,
Have you called the police?
I did.
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No,
Hmm.
I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
I don't really. I don't think they're capable of that. But then who would have done it? Who would have done it? Let's think. It might have been Paul, actually. Or it could have been the guest in 602. We still don't know who this distinguished guest in 602 is.
What about Paul? He and Hector were caught fighting.
The cops will want to talk to you. Know what you've seen. You need to be careful about what you tell them. If word of Anne and Marcella's affair gets out, they may put a label on them that will really hurt them. It might not even matter in the end if they did it or not.
I
I
understand.
know what you mean. It's easier to put the blame on people who are different from you, even if you're wrong.
I'm glad you can see that. Makes the world a little safer to have people like you in it. You know, I was barely 20 when I was shoved into a police car for just hanging out with people who made me feel like I wasn't so messed up after all.
Where
See?
did that happen?
At the White Cat.
At
It's
the
supposed
White
to be a
Cat.
safe space, but it gets raided by cops every now and then. I know
The
Anne got
favourite
caught
bar.
once too.
Wait, you know her?
Yeah, that's how I knew the answer to the riddle. I've never talked to her, but I've seen her a few times. Marcella and
See you later, Lily. Thank you so much for dropping by, being here.
they're just like me.
Hope you have a good sleep and a good weekend.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't
Ooh.
know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
Yay! Yatta!
Yeah, I'd like that too.
That's... that's great. The police is here.
Cool.
Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah, of course.
It's a lovely romantic tale they're telling here. Well, not this bit, obviously. Not the murder bit, but the developing relationship here has been great. I've enjoyed that. They've treated it really well.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Roy?
Oh, okay, we're back at
Sorry.
the start.
I was distracted.
We must find out what's
Really
happening
need you to
here.
Focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
That's it.
No.
Well, great words from the police.
I don't.
So,
This is
as I
all a
was
bit
saying,
inconvenient.
we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Are you stupid? Now, it would be perfectly viable for me to know that it was Mr. Cruz. So, yeah, because I work in a hotel and I work on that floor, and I would know.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Yeah, well, I couldn't get out of the.
The stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body, just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
So I moved the body.
To access the fuse
I
box.
moved the murder weapon.
I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
It's not looking
There's a
terribly
lock
great for
on
me,
that
is it?
box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
I'm gonna tell the truth here. Ultimately, there's no point in lying because
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was
blood.
blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
Yes, I picked up the. Well, I really didn't touch any. The only thing I touched was the ice pick. Really, well, I picked up the camera.
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me. Anyway, what did
All right,
you do after
Maurice.
restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
There's a dude
You
that's
said,
dead.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
Well, he was lying in a big pool. I've been snooping around. I don't think I'm going to say that. It was just an assumption from the fact that he was lying face down, getting his head smacked by 2 elevator doors, and there was an ice pick that had been jabbed into him at some point. I don't know. You know, I'm just an amateur, but I'm taking a big punt here, but he looked quite dead. And it wasn't just because he'd fallen over.
I just assumed. What with all the blood?
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an
And where
assumption.
did Maurice get
I'm
this
not sure I
from?
understand what you
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings.
How does he know
We
that?
found pictures of you snooping around.
Oh,
Now,
stupid Paul.
unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella
Uh-oh.
Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
Oh, God. I don't really want to tell. I mean, I could deny everything and basically say, yeah, I've snooped about, but I never really found anything. They can't tell whether I found anything or not.
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
Really? That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife are not the first words that would come to mind.
Oh?
She's a lesbian, involved in some sordid affair with the guest
Not
room
a
provider's
homosexual.
Mrs. Beaumont. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, you know, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine. What kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
What does it mean, take a stand? Take a stand about what? Well, it's the 50th. This is the whole crux of the game, really. It's the kind of mad 1957 moral thing. I don't really want to deny it. See, this is always my issue with this type of game. That I don't know what take a stand means. Does take a stand mean I don't really care what anybody else does? I'm not interested. You can just get on with it. Or does it mean they were perfectly justified in killing a man because he was X, Y, or Z? And that's the thing. You know, this is the whole point. If I make the wrong decision here, I get a bad ending. But I don't have enough evidence on take a stand to understand what that means. And similarly, I don't want to just outright deny that I heard them speak ill of Mr. Cruz. Which I didn't. I never heard them speak ill of Mr. Cruz, so I should say no. But I could take a stand and say, no, I never heard them speak ill of Mr. Cruz, and I think you're trying to put words in my mouth. So it's a bit... This is the reason I don't play too many games like this, because I always find that at some point you have to make a cardinal choice, but you never have enough information there to actually do it. Right, I'm going to say deny, but I don't think either of these is particularly... I think if we take a stand, she could say, well, what's wrong with lesbians or whatever, and that would put us in the you-know-where as well. So let's say
No,
there.
I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
Well, if you're so smart... If you're so smart, you'd know that his name's not Mr. Spade, it's Paul. And he spent some time in a psychiatric hospital, but I don't know anything about him.
Only that he seems nice.
Because,
Nice.
Maurice,
I wouldn't be so sure.
you've
Oh?
put my nose right out of joint.
Fresh out of a madhouse. When we called the place, they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around
Well,
the
I
hotel?
didn't personally.
I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
no, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
No.
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry, Miss Roy, but I just don't believe you. I think you know more than you've let on.
Well, you can think
Please
that, but...
leave.
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you.
Well, there's a snowstorm, Chief. I'm not exactly going to leave, am I? Where am I going to go? A really... Okay. Tonight might not be the best night for us to start a relationship with Beth, I feel. That might need to take a rain check. That could land us in a little bit of trouble.
He was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough.
Uh-huh.
Let's go see what Bernard wants.
Bernard. Okay. Oops. Okay. Excuse me. Maurice Tremblay. Maurice Tremblay is a detective lieutenant with the Montreal Police. He's about what one would expect from a detective: stern, straight-laced, tired, and always carrying either a mug of coffee or a notebook. He looked like he hadn't slept in days, which makes sense with how hard the police have been working themselves trying to round up every last supposed deviant in the city. Maurice is old-fashioned, like a lot of men his age. His assumptions about women, or anyone who isn't like him, for that matter, made that clear. I wish he wasn't the one in charge of the investigation into Hector's murder, but I'm not sure any other detective would make much of a difference. So tired, heading to sleep, gutted as I want to find out who did it. Good luck working it out. I think we're just about there, to be honest, pause. But have a good sleep, and yeah, if you're streaming, I might see you at the weekend. If not, I might see you on Sunday night when I'm streaming again. We're going to do the DLC for this on Sunday night. So DLC standalone, so it won't immediately follow on from this, but it's in the same universe, if you like. So Roger is the policeman who escorted me through the precinct when I was called in to be interrogated. He seems nice enough. I wish I had more to work with, but I have to remember that I can't get inside everyone's heads. But thank you for dropping by. Really appreciate it.
The atmosphere is so different in here. Will it ever
Okay.
feel like it used to?
Where am I going? Am I going in
It'll
here?
probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
How can I clear that? I haven't. Okay, let's go and get the. I've already, I've already fallen foul of this one before, where I didn't clean it up and somebody slipped and hurt themselves. So I'm not doing that again. Okay, this is where I get my butt handed to me.
Are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come
Probably
join me
not.
when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah, okay.
I'm blaming Pause for that one. Pause cast suspicion over Beth's character. Pause said that Beth was sussy and she got the sack. It's all Pause's fault.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you know why you're here?
No idea.
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, you'd be right about that. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job.
Okay.
It's obvious to me now that I haven't
The
been
tolerance
firm
is fantastic.
for guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act. Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Oh, thanks, Bernard.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes, why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
Obviously, I'm going to have to choose that. I'm not going to back down at this point and say, okay then, sorry, I'll go and do it. Bernard can stick his exemplary job up his exemplary butt.
You can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure.
I fire you, you quit. It's all the same to me. Just make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
Well,
He offered me your
he
job.
was
Ha
being kind of a jerk.
Psych.
So
Just kidding.
I quit.
You what?
I quit. I figured there was no point in staying if you were leaving.
I appreciate the solidarity, but you really didn't have to do that.
I think it's for the best.
It would have been a bit
Didn't
ox right
say
enough.
why he was firing me.
Bernard ranting about
He was going
deviants
on
and
about keeping it
us starting a
deviant
relationship.
status quo. So, I may have lost my cool a little.
A little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
What's next for you?
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course.
Okay. Nice.
I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar instead of a reception desk.
Nice.
I don't know.
Let's start a
That's
bar
silly.
together.
No,
That
it's
sounds
not.
great.
In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
I'm slightly concerned about Sophie's neck. It seems to be elongating slightly
I'm
strangely.
really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
Maybe it's just the shadows. Ooh. Hello. Well, why not? Why not?
Can I,
Kiss me?
yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
Yatta! Yay!
That was...
I know.
You're a diehard romantic, I see.
I've been thinking about Anna and Marcella a lot.
Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what they went through. How they had to lie and pretend, day after day. How they had to live someone else's life for 10 years before they could finally be with each other. I don't think I could do that.
Well, I have good news for you, Bean. Times are changing. It's already started elsewhere, and it will get here eventually. One day, all the Annes and Marcellas of the world will live happily together, and no one will give a damn.
I really hope that's true.
It will be.
Indeed, Pemmy. Indeed. 3 conspirators charged in Clannington Hotel murder case. Ooh. What? Uh-oh. a very handsome dog, that. Mm-hmm. Where are we, though? Oh, was that us? No, it wasn't. Hey! We've got a bar! We rule! Yatta! No, quite a bad time for the ads. Sorry, I didn't quite notice that they were happening. I was too wrapped up in the story. Way! Hello, how are you? That's not entirely true. I was too drawn in by the story. I think it's a bit reductive to say I was too interested in lesbians. That's the kind of talk that gets somebody cancelled. I wonder, is there a post? Does anybody know? Has anybody seen this before? I thought you wanted me to play this, Koo. Was it not you that was desperate for me to play this in the past? Maybe I was wrong. I always thought it was you. It wasn't you. I thought you'd mentioned it at some point and said it was a really good game. I really enjoyed that, though. I'm glad because it's been... when it first came out, I liked the look of it. I think Honor really wanted me to play it as well. But it came out in 2023, and I really liked the look of it at that point. But I was still playing lots of horror at that point, and I didn't, pick it up. And then, as I say, I've looked at it just about every Steam sale, and it's never had a really deep discount on it. And I thought, I've got plenty of other games. I don't really need to buy something. But I'm really, really glad that I finally managed to play it. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was good. I still don't understand whether I get a bad ending or a good ending. If I'm being entirely honest. But, yes. Baba Mama, how are you? Lovely to see you in. So, yeah, I don't know whether we get to go back and choose another ending, or whether you have to play through it again, or whether you can start at a certain point, or I mean, it's probably ended up at a reasonable point as well, considering this is an extra. It seems a little bit unfair. Well, I mean, it's kind of wrapped up all the loose ends there. I suppose it's sort of simplified the... I don't really know. I never got a chance to... Good ending. She got her ending and the guilty were punished. Right? Well, I don't know, because you never quite... It was never explained. It was never explained why he was killed. Was that the case that the three of them actually did conspire to kill him, so that that Marcella and Anne could go off and live together? Because that was never really explained in any great detail at all. Okay. Right. Let's. I'm not going to go and start doing other endings or whatever at this point. I think we'll just... Okay, I can't continue. I can't save it, so it's saved where it needs to be. I might do a bit of internet research for that one. Let's go back here. I get that Michael was left kind of high and dry there and had to go back to his abusive father, which wouldn't have been particularly good fun, certainly. However... Yeah, Pemmy, you're right there. The game just jumped to the conclusions without explaining anything. Yeah, it was a bit rushed right at the very end there. Given the fact that we were... I mean, you're not quite sure whether or not... Hang on a minute, I'll put this on. Whether or not, because the police were so adamant that they were deviants, as they put it, does that mean that the police just stitched them up? They found the evidence to say that they really wanted to be together, and they just knitted all that together and stitched them up to say, well, it must have been that because you two were, you were leaving your husband, as were you. You'd been together at a point in time, and now you wanted to be together again. The only way you could do that is to get the two husbands out of the way. It doesn't explain where Paul fit into the whole thing. Was he sort of jealous of? Yeah, I'm a bit. I wouldn't say it's an unsatisfactory ending. I'm just not clear about why. We got lesbian sex. We got the happy ending. Okay. Kuwu has spoken. There can be no further debate or discussion. It all comes down to lesbian sex, and we should be happy that we got that. So let's not question anything more in our lives. But yeah, I did enjoy it. The puzzling was pretty good. The fact that we could actually, sort of deduce stuff ourselves. I always like something that's got a bit of a code cracking exercise in it as well. That was fun. The one and only bit, well, there was 2 bits, obviously. There were 2 bits that we got stuck with. We're finding that other key because for some reason there was no prompt there unless I completely missed it at some point last night. But it was only because I decided to go back to room 505 and start at the front end of the room and start looking through that I discovered the necklace with the key on it. We could have been going round and round forever trying to find that, as we did last night. And then the other bit that was slightly confusing was when it was telling us to go and get another pair of eyes on the riddle. But we couldn't actually make a phone call from the room that we were deducing things. We had to go back into another room to use the telephone, despite the fact that there are phones in every one of the rooms. So that was a little bit confusing. But other than that, I really enjoyed the whole experience. Really, really good. So again, thank you to Press Engine and the developers for giving me a key for that. There is DLC, which is called Lost and Found. And it is a This Bed We Made story. So it's not a direct sequel. In fact, I don't even think it's the same characters, but it's in the same sort of universe. And it came out on Monday of this week. So I was very fortunate to be offered that actually before I got This Bed We Made. But I did want to, although it stands alone, and I think it's about 2 to 3 hours long. It stands alone out with the This Bed We Made main story. It did say that if you played This Bed We Made, then it would make a bit more sense, perhaps. So, yeah, I'm glad we've done that. And then on Sunday night, we'll come back and we will play Lost and Found. Hopefully, it'll be as good an experience of that. I really, really enjoyed that. That was cool. Hopefully, you all did as well. And then we need to think about what we'll play this Beth we made. Have you been sitting on that for about an hour, Koo? I bet you were sitting eating your dinner going, what kind of joke can I make about this? And you were like, Eureka, I've got it. Absolute banger. Let's go. So yeah, we need to work out what we'll play after that. I do want to go back to Dive or Die because I had a really good time with that. So I think Dive or Die will probably be a Tuesday game. Tuesday in it, mate. And then I'll just need to see where we go. We could try and finish off Dimhaven because we've got puzzlings to do on Dimhaven. I do want to play the Skin Stapler as well, but the whole of the internet is playing, which is good for Michael and his software development. But at the moment, literally everyone who's got anything to do with horror or beyond actually is playing the Skin Stapler. So I think again that's about 4 hours long, so we could potentially do that and just stream a bit longer. or it might have to be broken up into 2 streams. I don't know. We'll just need to see how we're progressing as we go. But I've got no other keys at this point in time. I have requested a few, but I kind of had hoped that because we've streamed a couple of Michael's other games, and because we got a key for Fear, Flesh Made Fear, we'd get one this time round. But as I say, my average viewership has dropped quite a bit since we last got the Flesh Made Fear key. So not the best from that point of view, but yeah, sometimes you're just lucky and you get it, and sometimes you're not and you don't. So can't complain too much. We always do reasonably well getting keys from PRs and devs, etc. So now we get to the sharp end of the stream. We can do this. Let's see. We have streamed for 3 hours and 10 minutes to an average viewer of 12, peak viewers of 19, with 2 new subs. Thank you to Kerry for the Prime, and thank you to Sky for the 16 months for Sky, and 35 months for Kerry. I still can't get my head around that. Craziness. Yes, indeed. Channel points were spent. 12. I love how you do this at the end. Yeah, it's cool. I really like this. And as far as I'm aware, there's not too many other streamers do it. So it just it's a nice little synopsis at the end. Kuru, even with a big break in the middle. Top Yapper, again. Lovely, lovely. Well done, well done. There we go. We can take that away. Nice. Good. Enjoyed it. Good stream again. Lovely. Let's have a quick look at the bingo card to make sure that we've caught everything there. No new followers tonight. No gifted subs. Hype train. None of that. It's been quite quiet through chat, so there's not a huge amount of things to do. I remember to change the categories. I didn't tell you to shush. Really should have, I suppose. Talked about the weekly schedule. Let's go. I did a bit of so I'll give you that one. I would definitely have done that about 5,000 times. Kisa, Pissy, Kerry hasn't dropped a new YouTube. Did nobody get above 90%? Menace. Crazy work. No UNSC member. Technology didn't fail. Stream day has changed because I normally stream on a Thursday. Today's a bit of an extra one. I suppose we could say we were puzzling. We could say we were puzzling there. And let's see how that has. Ooh, okay. Chat is too innocent today. Right, where can we go from here? Let's do this. Bingo cheater. Sigh. That did nothing. Okay. Oh, that helped but didn't help. I'm going for this. And then I'm going to go here. Everybody's going for it. Everybody's going for it now. I don't know how it selects it. I don't know whether it just does a random pick if there's like 3 people or 4 people who have all got 1 vote. I don't know whether it just randomly picks one. I don't quite understand the mechanics of it, but we shall see. Halfway through. The tension's building. I should do more tension. Knock that off. I think I've slightly mistimed this. It's going to run out before we get to the end of the vote. Yeah, there we go. It's gone into red though. Can we all... The anticipation is killing us all. Oh, late entry on the field. Oh, sorry, folks. Oh, yeah. Kubu was disgusted. I don't know whether it's the first person to start the vote in that situation or whether it is just absolute random luck at that point. Howsoever, thank you. Oh, it's right. It is random. Okay, so I was just very lucky tonight. Well done, everyone. Right, thank you very much for being here. I know who we're going to read because our lovely bestie, I think, is still doing her 12-hour stream. So let's see if she is Celeste, and we shall go, and she is indeed. So let's go and say hello to her. She's playing Desktop Explorer and has been for about 8 hours now, or maybe longer. So she might be needing a bit of assistance from everyone. So let's go and do that. Raid the channel. And then we can go settle set and do that. And we shall start the raid. Those of you that have seen this in Wade's channel can maybe help here and there. Thank you very much, Kubu. Appreciate you. It was a pleasure. Thank you, thank you. Right, let us go and say hello. Thank you again to everyone who's been here, all the lurkers, all the chatters. Really appreciate you all spending your time with me of an evening. I will be back on Sunday, and I will be being creative. Just as we're on our way out, please remember that there is additional death content at Death Does Demos. There's been 4, count them, 4 new demos have gone up this week. So go across and look at the playlist and see if there's anything. There's some really cool ones this week. The one that went up today, The Road of Dust and Sorrow, looks really cool. I cannot wait to play the full game of that. That's going to be a really, really good, fun game. So you don't see too many pixel art survival horrors. But this is done really, really well. So go and have a look at that. If you want a good laugh, Slain 2 is so over the top. It's incredible. And then Dark Lessons is quite a cool mystery puzzle game. Go and have a look at them, and I shall see you on Sunday night. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you then. Cheers. Bye.
Friends walk together. Daddy. La 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 la. Pop and lock together. Me and him together. La 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 la. Everyone together.